This is Havala from Have Strategy Consulting, where we help you build raving fan employees so you can create raving fan customers. All right, so we are on our fourth conversation, which I'm super excited about, and we are talking about the hiring process. So the hiring process is really the key foundation to creating those raving fan employees and eventually your raving fan customers. And the reason that is because the hiring process is the first opportunity future employees get to see about you and your company. It's the first encounter that they have with you as a company, and it helps them to determine if this is a right fit for them. So the first video, we talked about job descriptions and how to write them in a way that attracts those right fit candidates every single time and helps to eliminate those not right fit candidates. The second video, we talked about how to review that pool of candidates that comes in, how to reduce your inbox overwhelm, and how to really select out those people that you want to move into that interview phase. And then we talked about interviewing. What do you need to do? How do we do it succinctly? And why it's important to do it in that manner. And this is what brings us to this video today. So now we've interviewed our people and we're down to maybe 2, maybe 3 candidates who are really good and we really like all of them and they have what we need and they are who we need, or at least we think they are. So now we have to determine, how do we really decide? So the moment has come to decide who will be that one hire. I know many people get stuck here. It gets really scary because we want to make the perfect hire. We want it to be exactly right. We want it to be the hire. Let me just say, no hire is perfect. And you're going to get it wrong sometimes. And that's okay. It's okay. And you know why? Because everybody involved in this process is a human. And we're messy. We just are. It's how life is. It can be complicated. It can be messy. So immediately let go of the I have to make the absolute right decision. You have to make the right decision for right now, and that's okay. And we're going to help you figure out how to do that. So let go of it has to be the perfect hire. Stand up, shake yourself out, stretch. Now we're going to talk about how to pick that person. You got 2 candidates. They're equally good for all intents and purposes. Either one could do the job. What you have to look at is who's going to fit best in your team. And one of the ways to do that is you go back to that interview feedback. So if you had 2 or 3 people interview them, you've all had time to look at that, ingest that interview, and you've sat down and you've discussed each of the pros and cons of these people and how they would fit best into your team. Go back and review that. Go back and ask them, how did you feel? What was remind me of, you've had time to think about it. Maybe something else came up. Go back and check in. And that'll help you decide the right fit for you. So in those interview feedback forms, have them write it out in an email to you so that you are able to go back and review it so that you have it in your hand. I prefer long form prose versus questions because then I get more information. But if your people need prompts, offer them some questions and ask for long prose form response so that when you're ready to make that hire, when you're ready to make that decision, you have those notes to review and you can really see how they're going to fit with the people that interviewed them and what makes that a good fit or not the right fit or ideal fit. And I'm going to say it again, I have said it in every video and I will say it again. It starts with you knowing who you need, not just what you need. So way before the job description, way before any of that, when you've sat down with your team and they're like, we need another person, asking them not only what skills do they need and what experience do they need this person to come in with, but who do they need that person to be? And then again, using that interview feedback, using your own interview feedback from the candidate, what was it about this person or these people? Pick the one that resonates the most deeply with that who, the most aligned with the who you need them to be. And have that information handy. So make sure you write it before you put it down so you're not trying to remember it. Write it down. This is what we're looking for. And again, if you wrote the job description the way we talk about in video 1, you will have that in the job description already, so you'll be able to reference that. Who aligns the best with that? And then those are sort of the 2 things that it really takes. And then you just kind of have to follow your intuition on this. Not who you like the most, but who's the best fit for the people they'll be working with, right? Because sometimes the people we like the most aren't necessarily the best fit for our team. I know that's a hard one, but it's true. So you really have to think about this, is who is going to benefit the team the most? Who is going to give the team the biggest boost? Again, not just from skills, but who are they? What do they, when they show up, who do you need them to be? So that's what you need to, those are really your two criteria for selecting down to that one person. And obviously, one hopes that we have already had the salary conversation way back at the beginning when we did our first pre-screen with them. So you know where they fall in the salary ranges, you know how they're going to fit in your team economically, and you can pick that right balance, okay? And then what do you do with the people that you don't select? Because you're going to have some disappointed people. And I'm going to tell you right now, letting those people know sucks. It sucks. I'm just not going to sugarcoat it. It's the suckiest conversation. And it is a conversation I have hated having my entire career. But you know what? If it is somebody that has come in for an interview, I have an actual conversation with every single one of them. They invested time, they invested energy, they've invested some interest, they've been respectful. We need to be respectful back. We have to treat the people that we don't choose with dignity and respect and humanity, because guess what? If candidate number 1 says no, your candidate number 2 or 3 is going to be who you end up offering. So you want to leave them with a very positive experience. And they also could become future employees. So again, you're building raving fans before you even hire them. Part of that is creating a really humane way of turning somebody down. So that is a really important piece of it. And if you take nothing else away from this, please know that how you treat those people you don't hire is possibly more important than the people that you do. Because we're going to assume that you treat your employees well and that you want them to stay and that they help you build your business and you understand and value that. Those people that you're rejecting, those people that you're not hiring, how you treat them is possibly more important, because that speaks even more loudly to what your culture is, to who you are as a manager, who you are as a founder, who you are as a CEO, than it does to the people you hire. So treating people with respect and courtesy and humanity is super important. It is never comfortable to have this conversation. Recruiters hate it. Hiring managers hate it. Have it. Be uncomfortable. Do the right thing, and you will build a better culture and a better company, and you will have raving fans out there in the marketplace advocating for you, even if they didn't get hired by you. Like, let that sink in for a minute. The people you reject will tell people you're a good company to work for because of the way you told them they didn't get the job. That's powerful. So you want raving fans in the marketplace as employees, as customers, and as brand advocates. And how you treat those people that don't get hired matters. That is what is going to create the impact for you out there in the marketplace. All right, my friends, this was a quick and short and dirty one, but it's good. It's quick and short. Thank you so much for listening today. As always, I would love to know your takeaways. What did you find insightful, helpful, interesting, new? Put those in the comments below. Can't wait to hear from you. Follow us on all of our socials. They're in the information. And I will talk to you all again soon to finish up. We got 2 more topics to talk about to get you through your hiring process. Thanks so much, guys. Talk to you later.